Anything got something to do with Ray teaching you how to play? Take you a minute. I know. You know why they don't like man? I put the smack down on their ass. Him and Brandon, they don't like man. Only way Brandon to play, man, he gotta play at the best team. So now, next year, he talking about he gonna play with Tampa Bay, $100 a game.
Blow your mind. Why you do that like that? It's a lot of money. Why are you mad?
It's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. Here's a scene a short time ago. The Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd. And through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. Dan Bailey now to put the ball in the air, and off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Let me start the broadcast. Lil D ain't trying to watch it. I seen anybody actually play.
They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram, and he'll be upended.
Been quiet now. Cause when I get these boys, it's OV. Ain't it right, bam?
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
You figured out the defense at the start.
Now it's Jackson. They go screen. This is Ingram. Ingram's got the first down or more. That's good for a Raven first down. 15 yards there.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them. And a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
From just shy of midfield, Jackson. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, 52 yards. And his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
You gonna quit. Don't do that, man.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
By 21, I kept playing.
To throw, Cousins. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10.
Run to the right.
Cousins.
Told you, keep doing it.
Feeling, but it's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Buying time to his left.
But
he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Flush to his right. He's going to let it go deep for the... And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open, otherwise just don't do it.
He'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles. Too much that time as Cousins goes down. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't.
I seen it like a 90-something. Your overall rating is higher than mine. But
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and he'll take this back down inside the 20.
That's the only time.
That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Everson Griffin on the sack, taken to the 4th round back in 2010. What a steal. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Here's Jackson, eluding the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down. Jackson.
Oh, man, why you gonna do that, man?
And the Vikings pick up
why you
the
do that, man?
And they are going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return, a scoop and score for the Vikings. Oh, backbreaker. That'll drive the coach, the offensive coordinator, just crazy. You get it all the way down there in the red zone, can't capitalize. Instead, they go the other way on the fumble return for a touchdown.
How about the aggressiveness of the defense, though? They're not about to just fall on a fumble, are they? Scoop and score is their motto, and they just did it.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it.
Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Jackson dancing to his left. He'll run it. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
He'll buy some time right. It's brought in here by Willie Snead. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Rolling to his left. This will be caught by Brown. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A good pickup there, a 22. This is Ingram on 1st and 10.
Better pay attention to the game.
Ingram's got the 1st down and more. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Scampering home from 19 yards out. And the Ravens have retaken the lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And that'll make this a 6-point game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Lamar, he run out of bounds.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
I run out of bounds that time.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
On 2nd and 7, Cousins. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation. But sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take a shot. Got a man. It's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, 40 yards as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker with the extra point. And the lead now stands at 13. Tucker now to kick it away.
It was 3 people open. It was 3 people open. Hey, never had 3 people open in one spot,
for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator?
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
I'm going to beat you about 50 down, then I ain't going to want to play no more.
Throwing, Cousins. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Open man is Thielen. It's complete.
Good play, man.
And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. A big play there. Cousins to Thielen. 51 yards. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's 1st down on the other side of the field. To throw is Cousins. Going deep for Diggs. And that is caught. What a catch inside the 5. He got 29 yards that time. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
It is definitely hard to find space near the goal line. You always want to have a guy in the game running it who can create his own.
I actually thought you were going to play fair. You going to take off running. Cool.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. On 2nd and goal, Cook waiting in the backfield all alone. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away.
42,
as his guys are back within a single score. Bailey got the extra point, and that will shave 1 more off this lead.
42-14.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
42. Remember that number.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match at a football game. Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Eric Kendricks in on the tackle. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first-half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. Towards the end zone, and this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore.
No, don't go nowhere. Don't go nowhere. Don't go nowhere. Hey, once he jump in the air, hey, it's over. I missed that one too.
Further out in front. And, man, Charles, talking about zinging something in there. Those gloves, they help with one-handed catches, the fun stuff. Any padding for a rocket like that? One would think so, but I'll guarantee you this. After that throw, his hands will hurt later. Not right now in the moment. He's just feeling good about
Get out of there, Reggie.
Stinger, but a touchdown.
What you complaining about now, man?
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do. No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do. Throwing is Cousins.
All right. Mine's empty.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 42. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks. And, Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the gun, Jackson. Being chased out left. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards. Now, those are the ones that hurt defensively. You do everything right. Excellent pressure, good coverage downfield, and then he slips out the back door and turns it into a nice gain. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. From the gun, it's Jackson.
Oh, good play, man. Good play.
Picked up by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh. That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance. Maybe play action. I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Out of his end zone, Cousins.
Oh, good play.
And Diggs has it. And he takes it all the way up to the 45-yard line.
That was on 3 people.
Cousins finding Diggs on a big one. 43 yards.
You want to get
so
real
that changes things. Here's 1st and 10 all the way up at the 45. Cousins now. It's complete to Diggs. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Cousins is going to go for a big play. It's caught at the 10. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts.
Keep it
as
up.
The stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
That's what I'm talking about. Keep it up.
So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10.
23 seconds. Keep it up.
They'll throw again. Cousins. And Thielen's got it. Touchdown Vikings. Adam Thielen, as the first half is winding down, as his guys are back within a single score. Here's Bailey now for the extra point. And this is back to a 5-point game.
So you that good, you ain't got to look at it first.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
So it's supposed to be a touchdown anyway.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it. And we'll see these two teams go to the line. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout.
Go put on some clothes.
We'll see. Now then after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. He's going deep for Brown.
Again.
And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
Oh, yeah, that's my son.
It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the 2nd half.
Fortnite is a baby.
And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
Ain't got nothing on Warzone. I don't know what they boy doing with the ball first, but
here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20.
Somebody finna throw 4 more picks.
And they're already just shy of midfield.
Janelle, shut up.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Cousins going deep. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Vikings. Stephon Diggs. 44 yards. And the Vikings have once again taken the lead.
I brung everybody up.
Cousins again. toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. And in the third quarter here, they were trying to push that to a 3-point game, but instead it'll stay at 1.
And I'm a big proponent of not chasing points or going for two too early. But in this case, I understand why. You know, if you kick an extra point, you're just up 2. Right? So a field goal still puts the other team ahead. So you go for 2 here and protect the field goal lead. They didn't get it done, though.
I done got out of my roots. It's cool, though.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Now it's Jackson. Flushed out right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing. Just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
On 3rd and 1, Jackson sliding out of the pocket. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Emerson Griffin picks up his 2nd
Get your ass up there and sit down.
That's his 2nd sack of the game. And the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And this is going to be incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And boy, possession here turns over with a football already being in the red zone. Cousins now to throw on 1st down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault.
Yeah, you had something to say about sliding, man.
Maybe some balls tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing it.
They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson out to his left. He'll try and run it. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into his windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shamar Stephen breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Rolling to his right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far, brings up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Steps away to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. And
my
unable
goodness,
to connect,
man.
incomplete.
Hold on to the ball.
Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on 3rd down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Well, they've got the slim deficit, decided to go for it, hoping to keep the football score and erase that deficit. But, boy, deep in their own territory like that.
Let's just say that with that call, me and the head coach, will agree to disagree. All right, but he knew he wanted to be aggressive there, as you pointed out. So I guarantee he told his defensive coordinator, have your guys up and ready. I'm willing to go for it here. If we don't get it, just make sure they're ready to go out there and bail us out.
A good pickup there, 26 yards. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
Because
and in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Cousins to throw it. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Dalvin Cook is running back, the intended target, but it'll be second and goal.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Now Cook. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop ball right around the 5 here, brings up third.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it won't be easy.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I could play with meet other people online and play, but
no movement from the field goal unit. They've got 4 full yards to go here on 4th and goal to hit pay dirt, but they're going to go for it. Now Cousins. And my goodness, this is incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Ravens come up big down at their own goal line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this offense last time turned it over. Went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team.
I got it on the
but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series. And because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good. But when you know you've got a defense. Jackson hit, and he lost the football.
You happy?
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Daniil Hunter able to put it into that play, and in so doing, puts an end to this third quarter. Back now in Baltimore. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the 4th. That one in the books as a 64-yard punt. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
Yeah, simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position where we were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence, not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Off the play fake, Cousins. Blitz coming, and down he goes.